Hello and happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Wow, these speakers are a little loud here. Tiff, are you loud over there? All right. Well, that's even better. All right. I'll work on that in a little bit. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Tiffany. How are you today?
I am wonderful.
All right. I'm going to talk extra loud just in case your headphones don't work. That's okay. That's all right. I like the fact that you're going to keep wearing them, though. All right. Even though you can't hear from them.
Fashion statement.
Is that better? Can you hear them now?
No.
No? All right. Maybe we'll turn on one of these.
Maybe I could grab a different one.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and grab another one.
All right, why don't you do that? All right. In the meantime, hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Thank you so very much for tuning in to 98.3 FM, The Life. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. And, of course, I'm your host, Marty Jalove. I come at you every single Monday night at 7 o'clock to talk about your job, your career, your vision made clear, the skills that you hone for the business that you own, the ups and downs, the smiles and frowns, where you're at and where you're bound. If you miss any of today's episode, you can always tune in later in the week to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, catch the recording. As you know, I always have a special guest here, and there is nobody better than my bestest buddy, Tiffany. Say hello there, Tiffany.
Hello, Tiffany.
Oh, look at that. You're high up on the camera.
I know. Should I?
Yeah, you can adjust that a little bit. Yeah, can you adjust it? Yeah, there you go.
Is
beautiful.
Because I can't see it on the
We got to turn on the monitor there. Tiff, what are you new at this? You only been doing this for 4 years.
Right.
All right. So no, it's all right. It's all right. So
Okay.
Today's a very special episode because we're back. I missed the last 2 episodes. It was around Christmas time, around New Year's. So I said, I'm going to take some time away from the station and spend time with my family. It turned out that I spent time away from my family too. So it all worked out too. So everyone ended up being happy.
They weren't around you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Tiff, what today's episode is about the new year, navigating these emotions that we have around the New Year's. This is all the emotions like leading up towards Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and all this kind of stuff. And then New Year's. And then all of a sudden we're faced with this brand new year that we're supposed to do miraculous things. And so it's a symphony of emotions and feelings we go through. So we want to kind of cover all of these things. So I'm going to, obviously, Tiff, that later in the show, after we talk a little bit, I want to catch up with you. We solve all the world's problems with bacon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's the reason the show is called Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, is because we apply a little bacon. But of course, we are not talking about the bacon for chewing.
No, we're not. We're talking about the bacon for doing.
Wow. You sound like you know what you're talking about over there. Right. So later today, what we're going to do is give you some hints on how to deal with all these emotions that are going on.
Good and bad.
Right. Yeah. Good and bad, because we can't, obviously we want you to glorify and ride the wave of the good, happy emotions. But we also have to realize that, there's going to be some rough emotions going on. People are having difficult times right now for a lot of different reasons. We'll get into that as we go through. So the reason I wanted to get that out of the way right away is, Tiff, I wanted to ask you, what did you do for New Year's Eve? There you go. I like the face you look like immediately. Like, oh.
I know. Well, I guess there's some people do. I don't like to go out for New Year's.
Yeah.
So I stay home because.
And you were in bed by 9.
I was in bed.
Yeah, you texted me that.
Oh, I'm like, oh my God, how'd you know? I was.
I'm the guy outside the window looking and going, why is she in bed already? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in bed by 9, and I must have been really tired because the neighbors were shooting off fireworks at midnight, and I still didn't wake up.
So let me ask you.
So Mark went to a party. He wanted me to go with, and I'm like, no, I don't like to go out.
Gotcha.
So when he came home, they were still shooting off fireworks, and I was still sound asleep.
What do you mean you don't like to go out? That's it. Just in general, you don't like to go out? You come all the way here to the station.
Especially for New Year's, because there's a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
And I really just want to stay home.
Gotcha.
I've always been that way.
All right. Okay. So you could have stayed up till midnight. What do you're just not you don't put a lot of credence into New Year's Eve. It's just a day for you.
It's just a day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Did I do a resolution? Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, we'll get to that. You said you didn't do any resolutions, did you?
No, I said I did.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. So my feeling is, in New Year's Eve, it's the arbitrary time we've said the year ends and the new year begins, right? And it's we pick this time so everyone just says, it's got to be at this moment, right? And so I go, at first I could go, it's no big deal. Why celebrate it? But I also just get caught up in the fever of the excitement. Everyone in the world is celebrating at the same time. Right? There's almost 8 billion people in the world. all of us except you are celebrating at the exact same time.
Except for me. That
right.
That was good. That was good, Marty.
That's right. Yeah. So everyone, how often do you get the opportunity, when you think about it, just to celebrate with almost everyone in the world?
Yeah.
Right. Other than New Year's, there's my birthday that everyone in the world celebrates, and some other maybe major holidays. But really, New Year's is one of those things that it's not necessarily tied to religion. There is a point where we just want to postpone everything and just jump into this and celebrate this one last thing. And I don't know, do you, when you view New Year's Eve, okay, because we call it New Year's Eve, we're celebrating New Year's Eve, and we're celebrating New Year, the new year, right? So do you feel that there's an equal amount of celebration between what has happened, like celebrating the year that we had, or are we celebrating the year that's coming?
It's the year that's coming.
That's what
in my opinion. It seems like everyone is celebrating because they all want to have good fortune, good luck, and everything. So they're looking forward as positive. Gotcha.
See, so what made me think about this was I was at a funeral not too long ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. And it was nobody I knew. I just went to the funeral. But anyway, because they serve coffee in this little coffee cakes. So I went there. And anyway, I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. There you go. Oh, so much better. The studio audience loves that. So anyway, at the funeral, I realized that what happens is when we're there, a lot of people celebrate the life of the person who passed away, right?
Yes.
And it's interesting because on a religious standpoint, you say, well, let's celebrate this person because they're going to heaven. They're having a great
celebrating
afterlife.
Life.
But everyone there is really celebrating the memories of that person, right? And so why not put an extra effort on New Year's Eve to do just that? Not only celebrate the opportunities of tomorrow, but also the things we're grateful for that would happen in the past. Okay. And really bring us to the forefront of our minds. Really think about that. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little test, Tiff.
Oh boy.
Because I know you love this because I never warn you that I'm going to ask you questions, right? And so
never. And I should learn this because for the last 4 or 5 years, you never.
I did warn you about one thing. I asked you to do something for today, and you did it.
I did.
Oh, you're making me so happy. Nice. Okay. So think about this. What are a couple of things, even just one thing that you can look back at that you're grateful for 2025? I'm gonna put the camera on you and everything, so the whole world is watching you right now. 8 billion people wondering, first off, why you went to sleep early on their party, and now would they want to know what you're grateful for?
I don't know if it's my imagination or not, but it seems like I've been a lot closer with my family.
Oh, cool.
I do. I think this last year has been a lot closer. I feel, I don't know if it's the past, but throughout the whole year, I had a feeling that something is coming up. Within. So I'm really grateful for that because there's some type of change I feel is going to be coming.
Right.
It hasn't happened yet, but through the whole year, I sense something.
Nice.
So I think it's going to be this year.
All right. Well, you got to ask Rusty because he's in tune with
he's in tune with
Nostradamus. So
no, he is out there. I could take it already.
All right. So I'm going to say that the thing that I'm grateful for is I could say I'm grateful for my work, what I do for a living, because I absolutely love being a happiness coach, right? I love it. And
you're very good at it.
Thank you. And all the people that I work with, even today, right before the station, I got a chance to talk to a bunch of kids who are like junior leaders at a martial arts studio.
Oh.
So I just did that and then had to go. I got to go to the radio station. So I got to teach them about this whole thing about gratitude and opportunity. And I was like, wow, this just falls in perfectly here. So I'm really grateful for the fact that I have a job, a career, a business that I can actually do what I really love doing. And I know that there's so many people who don't, like they just go to work. They hate going to work, right? I'm not pointing any fingers. All right. But this whole thing. So I'm grateful for that, but I'm more grateful because that affords me to do the things that I really want to do. All right. And that is, I'm going to piggyback what you said. And that is, I get a chance to spend time with my family. My kids really, this past year, I've really seen it where they've gone out of their way to want to spend time with me. Okay. And that,
I don't know if I believe that.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to believe it. But that to me is like one of the most important things is because I've always driven it home with my kids is to say that you have your own life to live, right? My job as a parent, I'll always be there, but now I'm in the sidelines, right? And so I pushed you. Hopefully, what I did was I taught you how to navigate the path of life, right? And made you as strong as I could possibly do it. I've done that by doing things purposefully, by doing things on mistake, whatever it is. I hopefully have helped them so that they could be prosperous and successful in life. And I told them, so you don't owe me anything. I don't want you to come and visit me. I don't want you to call me even unless you really want to. Never call me or visit me out of obligation because that's not what my job has ever been as a parent.
Aw.
Okay. And so given that, being able to talk about that with my kids and then to see that them actually want to spend time with me is just a joyous thing. It's just amazing. Sweet. Amazing. Okay. And then of course I can't say enough about my wife that she is the ideal partner for me.
Aww.
You know, she is really, that we always talk about.
She really stands by you.
Oh my God, more than I would realize, more than I would have, and vice versa. But we talk about yin and yang, like the opposites and how they attract. And she is so similar to me in so many ways.
I was going to say she's not really opposite.
No. So it's really cool that she works with me like that. She is like that spice that makes me better. The spice that makes the bacon that is Marty better. That's what she is. So she is amazing. So I love you, Christy. Hopefully you're listening. Okay. Because she also.
You're going to get home. Did you hear me?
Yeah, she's like, no. She's the first one. She is probably the most regular listener to this show.
Aww.
So she's the first one who's saying, "Oh, great show. As soon as
Has she ever said, Marty?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It's not a good show.
Yeah. She said that plenty of times. But I said, that's all right. Tiffany will improve. Okay.
God dang, you're so quick with those.
All right. So now, Tiff, we talked about being grateful. Now, here's this other twist on being grateful.
Okay.
All right. I want you to think of something in 2025 that happened that was not necessarily wonderful. Something that didn't bring you a lot of joy. Something that you were like, oh man, this really saddens me. Okay. Something, and I'm going to put the camera on you.
No,
you're making that
I
face.
can't tell if the camera's on me or not.
Yeah, the camera's on you now. All right, we'll figure it out when the break. I'll fix your camera.
Thank
your monitor. Yeah, but think of something that happened negative in your life that you were just like, and it could be, I'm talking anything. You stubbed your toe. Okay, you got a flat tire. Whatever it is, I want you to just think about that bad thing that happened in your life. Something. And like I said, it could be enormous or it could be small. Really, it could be, your hair dryer blew a fuse.
I lost my big toenail.
Wow!
Never lost a toenail before.
Nice. Did you go to Lost and Found to try to get it back, or it just fell off? What happened? It didn't just fall off. Did you stub it?
No, wait.
I want to hear the short version of the long story.
Really, people want to know why I lost my toenail.
Well, you brought it up, not me.
Well, you said something small. Yeah. My new shoes.
Oh, and you wore them tight.
I guess because I do the treadmill.
Yeah.
And so I work out and do the treadmill, and I think it was just rubbing on there, and I lost it. Well, it turned black, and then.
So it's a bad thing.
It was a bad thing.
Yeah. All right. So my question to you is this, because I don't want to hear the whole story, because I could watch the monitor here.
Believe me,
all the listeners are dropping off because they don't want to hear about your toe.
No, I could spend the whole hour talking about my toe.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Okay,
so what I want you to do is think about this. What was the lesson that you learned about that? What was a negative thing that you learned?
Okay.
And don't say I didn't learn anything. Go ahead.
No.
What?
The brand of shoe I'm not going to get anymore.
Bam. That's it. Perfect.
So yeah, I mean, that was the first thing. I'm like, I'm not going to get these shoes anymore.
So the reason I wanted you to talk about two different things, the positive stuff first, because that's the obvious
stuff.
It's a
lesson.
Right. When we look backwards at the positive stuff, it's really easy to be grateful for that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. It's really easy. All right. And it's so funny because sometimes you ask people, are like, I don't know. I'm like, really, an entire year and nothing great happened to you? I mean, you should be able to think of things to be grateful for every day, let alone an entire year. But what we don't do is we don't take enough time to concentrate on the negative things and to say, that whole idea of whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? I don't necessarily agree with that 100%, but it does make you stronger mentally if you allow it, if you make it.
Yes.
Right. So if you look back at all the things that are negative that happen in our life, and some things are travesties, they're awful things, they're just they're insurmountable. They're awful. And so we have to learn to deal with the pain, understand the pain, take the pain, address it, let our feelings flow, whether it gets us angry or sad or fearful, whatever it is, allow that to happen, but then tag that, understand it.
A learning lesson.
Yeah, and then learn from it and grow from it and turn it around. And suddenly we can become grateful for even the negative things in our life. Okay. And it's interesting because you look at, you talk to people and people who don't want to buy into that. They're like, no, I'm not going to I can't be grateful for this. Like I lost a loved one. All right. And you're right. That is tough. I'm not saying you're grateful for the fact that you lost a loved one. You're not grateful for that. Okay. But what it does is that moment in time, just like New Year's Eve, just that moment, the moment that you lost them and you're thinking about this is you get flooded with memories of that person, right? And you are grateful and you suddenly realize, wow, maybe I should have spent more time with them, but I don't want you to even think that. I just want you to like fall in love again with all those memories, those beautiful things that happen.
And it makes me feel like, because I just lost my mom not too long ago, and I feel like she's with me.
Yeah.
So when she was alive, she lived out of state and all this kind of stuff. And now I feel like I have a closeness with her.
Yes. And so there's something really cool about that. And we can take that in and learn the lessons from that. And if anyone says, well, I wish I had spent more time with the person, I go, first off, you can't change the past. And there's nothing to say that if you spent more time, it would have been quality time. Maybe you didn't spend time with that person because they didn't want to spend time with you.
Well, okay, and now you can spend time with someone else in your
family. Exactly. So we learn lessons from all that stuff. So I want us to all learn to look backwards with this gratitude idea of the good things and the bad things.
So you could learn from it and bring it.
And find joy, right? And then
you're so smart.
Oh, well. it's something in the air here. Okay. So when we do that now, this is that whole idea of New Year's Eve. It's the division between the old and the new, right? And now I want us to look forward into the new year about not just like, oh, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope something wonderful happens. It's the new year is filled with opportunities, right? Filled with so many opportunities that last year's awfulness, let's say, the 2026 is filled with so many great opportunities that last year's the negativity of last year that taught us these lessons prepped us for the opportunities we're about to face in 2026. So embrace those things that happened in 2025, positive and negative, and understand that has set the stage to make you stronger and more ready to take advantage of the opportunities in 2026.
And being aware.
And completely
of what you're.
Yeah. And don't be afraid. Try something new, right? That's the whole secret. Just try something a little new. What is that giggle over there?
I say this to you all the time, and I mean it so much. I mean, it wasn't 2025 when you did it.
Yeah.
But you took the leap. You did something different.
Yeah.
You started your own business. You love doing what you're doing, and you're successful at it.
Yes. Thank you.
I think that's just amazing because that's also scary.
Yeah.
And you did it. And you're succeeding at it and you love it. And I tell you that all the time because I admire that so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's why I have you on the show, because I need somebody to keep telling me that. Well, and I'll tell you, it's one of the things that I can also say that during the time of building my business, it's been the same thing. It's been a lot of great things that have happened, like great, like wonderful, like, hey, I'm all excited about this. Plus there's been some horrific things like going, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why should I be doing this? So it's riding that roller coaster and understanding that every time I make a mistake or every time a disaster faces me, I learn a lesson from it, that I'm only a fool if I continue to repeat the negative part, right? So it's really important to learn from those and move forward. Okay. So one of the things is, I'm going to bring this up right now. It's early in here because we're going to get into this whole more of the feelings, but I want people to understand, and I'm going to hold this up here so people can see this. Okay. It's the happiness worksheet that I had put out, and I had given this,
I'm sure you have,
but I'm going to give you this copy too. So you can take it again. All right. It's if you go to my website, masterhappiness.com, and you look around, you'll see that cute little pink pig, Bacon the pig. And almost every time you see him, you look on different pages. If you click on it, you'll open this sheet and you can download the sheet. This sheet's really important to me. To just give you the short version of it is, when I was a single parent, my daughter who was in high school was going through a really rough time, and it scared me a lot. And so I had to figure out a way to deal with it and make sure that that didn't happen again. And so with talking to her, listening to her, trying to become a better listener, what happened was I developed this happiness worksheet. Okay. And it's really cool. This is a week's worth of work here.
That's a whole week?
That's a whole week. So it's the exercise is really simple. Every single day. So you got Sunday over here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the whole week. That's how the week goes. So anyway, what you end up doing here is you write down in this one little spot something that angered you today. So I want you to think of that, Tiff. I'm going to give you the homework assignment the first day. And I love the face you look like. Nothing did. Leave me alone. Okay. So Tiff, think about this. Something that angered you. And if nothing angered you, okay, then you say nothing. Okay. But it could be someone cut you off in traffic. Could be I lost another toenail. Whatever it is.
Lost another
toenail. Anything.
At work, there was something that
you could give the short version. You lost a paper clip at work.
I hate when that happens.
No, right.
It was just some work that I'm waiting to see.
And it angered you a little, right?
It did.
Okay.
At myself.
Okay, that's fine. That's good, because that's a feeling that we have to be able to recognize so that we can label it and say, this is anger. How am I going to deal with it? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm like, okay, how am I going to? And so I got up and I walked and stared out the window a little bit, trying to figure out how to deal with it.
So let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is this thing that would make you furious, like almost Hulk-like, like you're turning into a beast, versus 1, it just upset you, like angered you a little bit. Where was this thing on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 3.
Okay, that's fair. Cool. All right. Now, what about did anything scare you today? Put a little fear in you. And it could be, Mark sneaking up behind you and saying boo. It could be that, you found your toenail, but it was in your sandwich. It could be anything. What scared you today?
Okay. Well, it wasn't coming out of the I was going into the bathroom and a woman was coming out of the bathroom. We opened the door at the same time.
And got startled.
We both got startled. We both screamed.
Okay.
And both took a moment because we both scared each other.
Nice.
And then we started laughing because it was funny. But for that instant.
All right. You were scared. All right. That's
scared.
It.
It was pretty funny.
See, and I want us to always think about these things. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how scary was that?
At that exact moment?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a 5.
Okay, good. Awesome.
It got my heart pumping.
Yeah, there you go.
We both made a comment. It's like, well, we're awake now.
That's right. You got your exercise and your cardio in. All right. Now this last one here on this side is sadden. What is something that made you sad today? Anything. And it could just be a little, just a little, that was too bad.
Where I'm going in my life.
Oh, you did a little retrospective on yourself.
Yeah.
You looked at yourself. All right. This is good. This is perfect for the show.
No.
Okay. So I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into detail, but on a scale of 1 to 10, when you thought about that and it made you sad, what was it?
Ooh, maybe a 6.
Okay. All right, cool. So you got, I think, a 3, a 5, and a 6. I think that was it. All right. Now, quickly, on the flip side, I want you to name 3 things that made you happy today. 3 things that put a smile on your face, made you giggle, whatever. Or just it was pleasant.
On the way home, I hit almost every green light.
Oh, all right. Like you actually hit the lamppost, or no?
Pete's sakes.
All right, you hit how happy on a scale of 1 to 10 was that?
Oh gosh, maybe a 4 or 5.
Okay, all right, cool. What else made you happy? You got to see Rusty and Ron.
I did not cheat on my diet.
Nice.
That's
cool.
Super hungry, and I did not.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.
So and so now it's too late. You can't eat now.
Nope.
So perfect. So you're proud of yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
8.
Nice.
It was up there.
Yeah.
And I exercised this morning too.
Wow.
So I exercised and
we're gonna put that all as one thing. Nice. All right.
Okay.
And so what's your third thing that makes you happy? That happened today.
That today happened. I'm on the radio show with Marty Jalove.
There you go. All right. There you go. I was like, if you didn't say that, I was going to say, and what's a 4th thing? And what's a 5th thing? Nice. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
10.
Such a kiss up.
I learned from the best.
There you go. So I want you to realize this. This whole thing is that if you concentrate and you look at the things that make us happy in a regular day, 3 things you pulled up randomly, right? All those scores were pretty high, right? Compared to the things that angered us, scared us, and saddened us. And when you
that's true. I didn't think
most people think that the things that anger us outnumber the happy things. Most people think the things that sadden us or make us afraid outnumber the things that are happy. And it's quite opposite.
Yes.
Because as soon as you open your eyes and you start noticing things, if anything, if there was another column that said, what were things that we were apathetic about, things that just happened that you didn't care about, that would probably be the longest list. Right. But I want us to start concentrating and looking for things that make us happy. So that's why this list is, you're only going to find one thing that angers you, one thing that scares you, one thing that saddens you, and then 3 things that make you happy. And you score them and you go through the whole week. By the end of the week, you realize, oh, I'm really going out of my way to find things that make me happy. And there's so many things that make me happy. And you also, by the end of the week, you say, oh, I'm really having a difficult time finding things that scare me. Wow, that doesn't really happen as much as I think it does. Okay. And so by working through this worksheet, it's an amazing thing because it changes your mindset into realizing that we are completely surrounded by reasons to be happy. But yet we want to dwell in anger. We want to dwell in sadness or fear because it seems easier. But the reality is, if you just open our eyes and accept it, everything around us can really make us happy. Okay. So that's what I want. That's what I'm gonna pass that. I'm gonna pass that sheet down to you, so you get that copy. So anyone else who would like it, like I said, just go to the website masterhappiness.com.
And it only costs $10.99.
No, it is free of charge, and make copies. Give them to other people. We've passed them out to kids. I passed them out to all the kids who are doing the martial arts leadership training. It's everyone and anyone you can pass them out to. It's our way of sharing some joy. All right. We're getting down to the bottom of the hour here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a momentary break, and then we're going to come in here and actually do the show that we were supposed to do. All right. So everyone, please hold on, and we will be back momentarily. Thank you. Hey, and welcome back. I love doing that. Makes Tiffany jump. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so very much for staying tuned in to 98.3 FM, The Life. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, and I'm your host, Marty Jalove. Today, we are talking about the new year and navigating those emotions that follow along with what's left over from last year and what's going on this year. And so, of course, I am teamed up today with the ever popular Tiffany. So again, yeah, there you go. There you go. Just say you hit that tone on every other word, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Okay. So anyway, we spent the first half of the show. If you missed it, definitely tune into the recording on Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Listen to the first half of the show. We talked a lot, not just a little, but a lot about gratitude and opportunity and the difference between looking back at 2025 as well as looking forward at 2026. And I think it's really important, rather than us always concentrating on what's coming next. Like, I'm not happy with what happened in the past. I want next year's going to be better. Next year's going to be better. I agree that we should always try to improve year after year. And what we have to do is say, my only competition is the person I was yesterday, right? I want to be better than I was the day before. And I picture the person I could be a year from now, 5 years from now. That's the person I'm trying to become. Okay. So this idea of looking at this and saying some things to yourself of, if I go back to 11 or 12-year-old Marty, and he sat and looked at me now, the things I'm doing, would he be proud?
I think that all the time. I do.
You think 11-year-old Marty would be proud of me? No. So what I put the camera back on you. So what do you think? Would 11-year-old Tiffany, I mean, because that was only a few years ago, 11, right? Yeah. It was like 12 years ago, something like that. What do you think 11 or 12-year-old Tiffany would think of you now?
Very surprised how well I turned out.
Wow, I love that. Wow, that's awesome. I am so glad, because I was going to come right over this counter if you had said, she's not proud of me, I'm worthless. Yeah, no. All right, no, good, excellent. Yeah. I'm proud of you, Tiffany, and I didn't even know the 11-year-old version of you.
Thanks,
okay. So I want us to think about that younger version of us. And if there's a glimmer in us that says, I don't think that person would be proud of me, then change it, fix it. Why? Because I'm the only one who would know if the 11-year-old version would be proud of me, right? And if I'm going to sit there going, oh no, he would look at me and go, he is such a dork. All right. And I would say, you are right. But are you proud of me?
I am a dork, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm the happiest dork out there. All right. So I want us to think about that. And I also want us to say, look forward. Go another 10, 20 years forward and take a look at that person, that Tiffany. And with that Tiffany, look back now and say, thank you for all the things you did. Like at this point, you're on the right track. You got me to here where I want to be. What do you think?
I think so.
Awesome.
I think
awesome.
so.
Yeah. I mean,
so.
I can't say you have a right or wrong answer. I don't know her either. Okay. But yeah, I really think so. You know, I think there's some things of the older version of me might go back and go, oh my God, why didn't you just do this? Okay.
Because you wouldn't have learned your lesson.
Yeah. Boom. That's what I would tell him. Right. And he'd be like, oh, shut up. Why? This is why I never wanted Tiffany on the show. That's what he'd say. All right. So I want us to do that. So I want us to think about that kind of stuff, because this kind of mindset of understanding, I want to compare myself to the old me, the new me, the future me, that type of stuff is really important, as opposed to me comparing myself to anyone else. Okay. I can watch other people and say, wow, that is really cool. I like what they do. But don't start this, oh, their life is better than me. It's not fair. I wish I had that. That doesn't lead you anywhere. It doesn't motivate you to become better. You can say, I'm proud of that person. Okay. I've had friends. I remember when I was young and I spent a bunch of money on a new vehicle, right? And at the same time, a buddy of mine had just gotten married and bought this house. And he was like the first guy that we were together bought the house. And it was the first time I really remember doing this. I pulled up because he was having an open house, and he ran out of the house because he goes, I want to see your truck. Right. And I was like, forget that. I go, I want to see your house. Right. And he goes, no, show me the truck really quick. And it was this, for a moment there, we were both just so excited about what the other had. And it wasn't, look, my vehicle's better than your vehicle. Your house is better than my house. It wasn't anything like that. It was just, let's be happy for the other person. And I remember saying something like, he goes, oh, this is great. And I go, yeah, if I keep wasting money on big vehicles like this, I'll never have a house like this. Right. And I remember specifically saying that, in other words, kind of like, ignore the vehicle. Don't worry about it. Show me your house. Right. So I think it's really important for us to do that, is only compare ourselves to ourselves and congratulate people or lift people up. That's the only thing I want you to do with other people.
I don't understand how some people can get so jealous of what other people have that they get angry or they don't like the other person.
Yeah.
I've never been so happy, even to a stranger that might have done something, let's say won the lottery or got a new car or whatever. I'm happy for that person. I don't get how people could be so upset or jealous of what someone else has. I don't get that. I don't understand.
I think, and what's greater is when you think about this, if somebody's acting that way and you ask them the question, you know that no matter what you do, you can always find someone on this world who does it better than you or has more than you, right? No matter what you do, there is, we've talked about this plenty of times on the show, that any one thing that I do, any one thing that I own, any talent I have, whatever, any one thing, I cannot confidently say I'm the best in the world at that one thing, right? I can always look at other people and say they're better than me, etc. Right? It's when you flip it around and you look at these other people who wish they had my talent, let's say, or they wish they had my gifts, my abilities, whatever. Those are the people I want to go out of my way to help them. Okay. If they really want to learn, I want to help them move forward. Right. I don't make fun of them. I go, ha ha ha, I'm better than you. Right.
Just behind their back.
Right. Yeah, of course. Right. But it's the same with, that's what you're saying, is I look forward and I don't look at these other people who are better off than me and say, that's not fair. I wish I had that.
I don't get that.
No. And it's because you're not happy with who you are. You've got to be happy within yourself, because if I'm happy with what I'm at, who I am right now, okay, all the fantastic things and the flaws, if I'm happy with everything that makes me who I am, then that I'm dancing down the path to Happy Town, right? Okay.
Skipping.
That's even better, right? Right. So that's what the most important thing is, that wow, Tiff, we are talking about so much stuff.
I know, we got to do the bacon.
And we're not even getting to the show yet. So what I want to get to is this, is that we talked about there are so many different types of anxieties, emotions, feelings that are going on during this time of year. And when you think about it, is first off, let's talk about hope and anticipation, right? And I'm talking about the good part about it and the negative part about it is that hope without a plan is just it could turn out to be a nightmare, not a dream. Because I hope this happens. I hope this happens. But if I'm not willing to work at it, then what's going to happen is I'm going to continue to hope for it the rest of my life, right? So right now, what happens is a lot of people finish the new year, right? They spent way too much money on the holidays, right? They don't like it's cold outside
and dark,
right? There's nothing. You're like there's nothing that's pleasing about this. I'm really struggling with this, and even myself, I walk out there going, I love the snow. I love the snow, right? But it's tough sometimes. So you have to keep saying to yourself, the cool thing about it is the snow, use it as a marker that says it's one more year, which means I have to be grateful for the year. It's, the snow kills off everything, right? So it's another year done, right? So be grateful for what I've done and plan to do other things. Plan, don't just hope for it, okay? And this is the most important thing because a lot of people hope and when they sit there and they think about it, well, I got to do so much work to make that happen, they turn back to despair. Okay. So I want people, instead of just hoping and anticipating something wonderful will happen, make a plan of what do you want to accomplish in 2026? What would make you, remember we talked about 11-year-old Tiffany and I'm saying 20 years from now. So like 45-year-old Tiffany. So you will. All right. Think about this 1 year from now, you're 1 year older. What would have to happen in your life that you would be really excited? Like this was a really good year. Okay. And you don't have to say anything, but I want everyone who's listening to the show to really think about it. What would I have to do this year? So at the end of the year, we're like, I kicked ass this year, right? Yeah. This was a great year, right? And if you can think of those things, those goals, you're not just hoping it happens, right? You're making it happen because if you say, that's what I want to happen this year, then what am I going to do in 6 months? What am I going to do in 3 months? What am I going to do this month to make that happen so that at the end of the year, I can say, I had a great year, right? And I think if nothing else, that's what New Year's, the great thing about New Year's is this. Start resolutions and start goals anytime. New Year's reminds us, hey, it's time to, shake out the rug a little bit. Take a look at your previous years, right? What have you been doing? What do you want to do? Maybe start something like this. And I think people don't really realize it. I think what they do is they make resolutions. They go, well, this is the year I'm going to lose weight. This is the year I'm going to work out. This is the year I'm going to do this. This is the year I'm going to spend more time with my kids. Whatever it is, they do that as if it's a struggle, as opposed to this is what I want to do so that I can congratulate myself next year on New Year's Eve. Okay. And this is what I mean again about then on New Year's Eve, I look back at the previous year and I go, I really did something amazing. And if I can do that this year, I can only imagine what next year is going to be like. Okay. As opposed to, I got to pay these bills. I got to do this. I got to do this. Right. So that hope and anticipation are some wonderful things, but I think we have to look upon it and say, if I want something to happen, what am I going to do to make sure it happens? Right.
Right.
That is this anxiety and pressure, right? This is the time of year where people like the holiday season, people too often I see this, and I don't know if you see this, where people want to outdo each other with giving gifts. Oh, I got a bigger gift. That gift was from me. By the way, open my gift first. Look at this. You're going to love me. See, I'm your best uncle. I'm your favorite uncle. Look what I got you. They want to do that as opposed to just feel something good about giving. All right. And I got a bunch of gifts for Christmas that I didn't expect that were just so heartwarming, so touching, that made me question the stuff I gave. I'm like, oh, I could have done better. So next year, I have to go out of my way to do a better job, right? Because not that I was like, I have to do better than you, because not that it reminded me to put more effort into it. Okay, that's the cool thing.
I would think that you always put an effort.
Yeah, but I do. But it was kind of like when you suddenly realize that I can give you something that you're going to laugh at, you're going to smile at, you're going to, oh, that's nice. But I got some gifts this year that I was like on the verge of tears going, this is amazing.
So they took the time.
And
thought about it.
Right. And that's what I love is I don't like when people give each other a list and say, these are the things I want, buy me this.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at that point, just buy it yourself. Right. So I like the idea, which my daughter, we did with my kids, was everyone had to answer 10 questions so that the other person got to know you and then buy gifts based on that.
Based on those 10 questions.
Yeah. So it was really cool. All right. So back into this.
Back into the bacon?
Yes, back into this. Right. I'm not to the bacon yet. I just want to talk about this anxiety and pressure. And so aside from just the gift giving, 2026 brings all this anxiety and pressure. Like, I've got to do something amazing this year. I'm running out of time. Right. The only pressure that you should be feeling is the pressure you put on yourself. Okay. And so do little things. Congratulate yourself for tiny wins. Don't go after a massive win, because people want to join the gym and they go, I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to put on 72 pounds of muscle and, and do all of this. And they go the one time, and they weigh and measure themselves, weigh themselves. Nothing happened. I'm going to quit. You gotta go with the littlest things. And so I'd heard about a guy who said he wanted to go to the gym, but his entire life, he's always done it, procrastinated and never did it. So what he said was, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gym for 5 minutes, right? Just 5 minutes. So in other words, I have to get up, get in the car, put on my gym clothes, go into the gym for 5 minutes, walk over a machine, ride it for a couple of minutes and then leave, right? And you start doing that because the discipline is what I'm doing. The little thing is getting myself up off my ass and to the gym, right? That's the important thing. And slowly, then when you're there, you're like, I'm going to stay longer than 5 minutes. Right? But you do little by little, and you say, I am going to go on a treadmill for 10 minutes. And then eventually I'm going to go on the treadmill for 15 minutes. You don't have to go on the treadmill for 2 hours. You don't have to lift 300 pounds, right?
So this morning, it was funny. I usually do the treadmill for a half hour. And today I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do an extra 10 minutes.
Nice.
So that's funny that you said that, because that's exactly what I did just this morning.
And that's exactly what you have to do. You're absolutely right. All right. So the other thing is this, that we feel is we get these echoes of holiday past, sadness and melancholy, right? We start feeling like, oh, the past holidays, man, was I a little kid? This was so cool when we did this. And we just never do the same thing. You have to remember, that's like the photo album of your life, those memories. And you don't have to repeat everything, because you're never going to make it as fun or as memorable. Okay, the fact that you have a memory of something from your childhood or your youth that you're like, that was amazing. Why screw up that memory with trying to repeat it?
Yeah.
Just go do something else. There are so many new and different things you could be doing, right? So don't look back at those things of going, oh, I wish we did stuff like that. Still, treasure the memory. Call somebody and say, remember when we used to do this? Was that you? Oh, no, that's mine.
I was going to say, that's not me.
Oh, that was my phone. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. So we got into that. And then finally it's this other thing of we look in the mirror at this time of year, right? We look in the mirror and we go, so this is who I became. This is the time I spent. I thought you said you were going to lose a little bit more weight there, chubby. I thought, whatever it is. And again, I'm going to go back to how we started. It's about gratitude and opportunity, and say, be grateful for the smallest of wins. All right. If somebody says, in 2025, I was really hoping to lose 50 pounds, let's say. All right, 20 pounds. Let's just say somebody said, in 2025, I was really hoping to lose 20 pounds, and I weigh myself on New Year's Eve, and I'm 19 pounds down. Congratulations. That's amazing. You lost 19 pounds. Be happy for yourself. Now, let's say the person goes, I lost 21. Super. You exceeded your goal. Now, let's say somebody goes in and they gained a pound.
Right?
Nuts. Well, yeah, you could say, nuts. But what you do is you say, okay, what did I learn from that? Okay, I only gained a pound. All those previous years, I'm gaining 5-10 pounds a year, right? So only one. So I'm making small headway. What could I have done? Maybe this pound is really because it was just because of the holidays.
It's muscle.
Yeah, it's all muscle. There you go. I like that too. Right. I'm wearing these clothes. It's wintertime. These are heavy, right? Whatever the deal is, find a way to be grateful for that, okay? And move forward, and knowing that I still have a future. I still have another year to make it better. I can still do better. All right. So that's what's really important here. All right. So with all that in place, Tiff, are you ready for the bacon of the day?
The bacon, yes.
Yes. I'm looking here. There's like some crazy stuff going on over here, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
So there's no crazy on my end, but you're the one that is at the board.
What about this one? No, that ain't it. PC2. Nope. There's this one. But anyway, we're going to ignore that. It's what we're doing is the bacon today is how do we deal with that emotional balance? How do we make our life balance when we're feeling like, man, this is just things aren't going my way. Or sometimes, you know what I really hate, Tiff, is when people are like, things are going so well, the bottom's about to fall out, right? It's gonna collapse. I'm like, wow, you can't even ride the wave of being happy. Okay, so what we want to do is this: is when you're feeling when you're questioning these emotions, when you're feeling anxiety, depression, when you're looking back in despair, whatever it is, I want us to think about this. And this is going to be B is breathe and be present. Okay. A is going to be acknowledge the negative. C is going to be choose your focus. Are you writing these down?
I am.
All right. I figured that. I don't know if I'm reading them too fast. O is going to be operate with one action.
One action?
With one action, right? All right. And then N is nurture the positive. All right. So we're going to get into this. So obviously breathe and be present, right? Tiff, over the years, we have done this all types of things, all types of times. We've talked about this over and over again. The importance and the power of just taking a moment and breathing. And I really think one of the things that when I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling like nothing's going my way. Every once in a while, we need to take a moment and just go, I'm going to breathe, right? Just that.
Right? What is that? Just breathe in for.
Breathe in through your nose for 4, hold. And some of them, there's different ways of doing it, but I think the most important thing is to breathe. So you can inhale through your nose for 4, hold it for 4, exhale from your mouth for 4 and hold it for 4 and then breathe again. That, or you could just breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Just.
And you're also thinking about breathing, so you're not thinking about the negative.
Exactly, right? That new fresh air goes in here. It oxygenates your blood, makes you feel better. You know, you get a kick of dopamine, I think. As I said it, I'm like, do you? Sure, I do. All right. But what happens is, you're right, it distracts you, right? For a moment, you do this. That's why that whole idea when people say, when you're angry, count to 10, because it distracts you, right? It takes your mind away from the problem, so then you can go back and look at the problem. Okay. So I think it's really important for us to just breathe and feel our breath. Take a deep breath and feel it entering my lungs, right? If I'm going to move my arms while I'm breathing, feel my arms moving.
Be mindful.
Exactly. Right. Look around the room, find something pleasant. You know, if you're mad at your wife or your dog, and don't be looking not that. Look for something pleasant, right? And breathe and get it out of your system. That's what's so important. And just be present and just realize, go through this whole thing. There are all kinds of things that in the past have made me angry, all kinds of things that made me sad, things that scared me. The moment that I'm mad now, let's say you did something, I can't even imagine what you could possibly do, Tiff, but let's say you did something that made me mad. The moment it happened, it's now in the past. It's right. Done. It's over. So I'm going to be in the present. So I'm beyond that. Okay. Now, if you're under the table pulling my toenails off with pliers, and it's going on constantly like this, then it's not so pleasant, right? But the idea is to get past it, to understand it and move forward, be present and understand the negativity is in my past. Okay. All right. So now it's the A is acknowledge the negative. I'm not saying bury it. I'm not saying ignore it. Come back up. Okay. So what you're going to do is acknowledge the negative thing and picture it and saying, like on that sheet I gave earlier, is how angry did that really make me? How sad did it really make me? Am I blowing it out of proportion? Is that the thing that I'm really upset about? Was that it? Or was that the straw that broke the camel's back? Was that just too much? Let's then acknowledge all the things that were negative that brought me to this point. And the more I can sit back, just like when I'm breathing, the more I can do this, I'm thinking logically, and it's taking it out of the emotional part of my body and making it into the logical part where I can deal with it better. If I stay in an all emotional state, I can't release that feeling as quickly. So that's the idea of acknowledge it, tag it, mark it, and say, this is I understand. This is something that happened that makes me angry. Being angry does not allow me to fix the problem. This is something that scared me. It's a scary thing, but staying scared, I can't fix the problem. I'm going to make bad decisions, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge the negative, because once we acknowledge it, then we can start heading towards the solution. Okay. So it's really important to do that. I just heard something. I got to think about this. This whole idea drops in another old Chinese saying that says, if you blame other people, your path to happiness is so incredibly long. If you blame yourself, you are halfway down the path to happiness. If you decide to blame no one and realize things like that just happen, you've already reached your destination.
Aww.
All right. I just love that. And I just heard that one recently. So I really like this one, because what we end up doing is we beat up on other people, which when we're doing that, we're actually beating up on ourselves anyway, because we're beating up on the interpretation of what they did. Right. If we beat up on ourselves and say, I can't believe I let these people treat me, I can't find good friends, whatever the deal is, don't do that. Just realize things happen. And now those are in my past. I've learned from them and I can move on. Okay. So the next is going to be choose your focus, which is exactly what we're talking about. What are you focusing on now? Which is the direction you want to go in? Do you want to live, or do you want to move towards a happiness feeling? Do you want to move forward? Do you want to grow from it? Do I want to try to find something good out of that and turn it around? Okay. And this is when we're talking about all the stuff, all the bad feelings I feel about this is going to be a terrible year for me. It was such a depressing holiday season. I got the bills coming in for all the money I spent there, all that kind of stuff. You have to say, do you want to dwell on that? Do I want to just keep concentrating on that? Because if I do, that doesn't solve any problems. It doesn't make it better. So let me try to find the good part about it and concentrate on that. So I'm going to focus on that. All right. And the way I do this is I operate with one action. In other words, I'm only going to do one little thing at a time. Okay. I'm going to set big goals for myself. I want to get big goals, but the only way to hit those big goals is one step at a time. You know, life is, and I've said this so many times, life is this enormous mountain, right? And I can't just suddenly snap my finger and say, I'm going to be at the top of the mountain. I got to take that first step. All right. I got to make sure my foot is secure. I got to reach for the next thing to pull myself up. I got to do all these things slowly, one step at a time.
Until Tiffany comes and knocks you down.
Exactly. But, and while I'm on the mountain, what am I doing? Too often what we do is we look at the people above us and we go, oh, I wish I was up there. Stop that. That's not helping you get up the mountain quicker. Look backwards and see there's people struggling beneath you. Reach down, help them, and push them up. Okay. You will feel no greater joy than when you help somebody up through a struggle and push them beyond you. Okay. So that's what I want us to do. And what we have to do is we've got to remember that it's one step at a time. It's always one little thing at a time. Okay. Everything we do takes that one step at a time. Same thing. First time you were on the radio, the very first time you were on the radio, how'd you feel? Were you nervous?
I was so nervous.
Yeah. But now it's nothing.
Right? Piece of cake.
Exactly. So you did it one show at a time. All right. And so now the last one is N, which is nurture the positive, right? And that is so important. What we're going to do is, now that we see the positive, now we see the lesson, we see the joy, the goodness of it all, I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to spend more time with it. I'm going to remind myself, I'm going to live in there versus living in the negative. I'm going to say, I want to be happy. So I'm going to congratulate myself. I want to drench myself with all the things that made me happy. I want to surround myself with happy people. I want to continue with this, understanding and knowing that negativity happens every now and then. It's going to happen. We can't stop it from happening, but I can change the way I look at it. I can change the way that I live in that area, right? And I can say, I'm going to reframe my life so that I tag those negative feelings. I understand they're there, and I'm going to move forward with it. Okay. It's the yin and yang is the perfect thing to say. You need some darkness in life in order to enjoy the light. If everything was happy, then we wouldn't even know what happiness was, right? You need a little bit of negativity, some sorrow in our life so we can understand glee. You need people to die in our life so we can look back at them with great memories. Okay. We need New Year's Eve to happen to remind us of the chance, the opportunities we have in the future, and reminds us to look backwards towards the gratitude we have for the previous years. Okay.
Sounds good.
So that's where we're wrapping it up. It's actually we're the top of the hour here, Tiff.
I know, right?
So Tiff, I want you to have some quotes for us.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
You are never too old to set another goal or a new dream.
Hurrah. Who said that? You don't know.
No, I do. But the first name that came out of my mouth,
Yeah.
Lloyd.
Lloyd, of course.
No, but
nice.
it's not. It's C.S.
Lewis. There you go.
Can't even say
All right.
that.
Nice.
Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Albert Einstein.
Nice. He was a smart guy.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take one step at a time, or take the first step.
There you go.
And that was Martin Luther King.
I thought you were going to say Martha Stewart. Okay. Yes.
Well, cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right.
Beautiful.
Oprah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Oprah.
Yes, you do. All right. You got one more? I'll give you time for one more.
I like the dreams of the future better than the history.
Oh.
Thomas Jefferson.
I like that.
I thought you were going to know who said that.
No, I didn't know that. All right. Well, thank you all so very much for tuning in to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness right here on 98.3 FM The Life. Tune in every Monday for the live episode, and then follow us on Bacon Bits with Master Happiness anywhere you listen to podcasts. Until then, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, this week, this month, this year. Look forward, plan something amazing. So next year when we do the show again, you can be happy with who you are. All right. So again, thank you. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Say goodnight, Tiffany.
Good night, Tiffany.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.